Good evening, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 21 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Kosson, streaming live to you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, LinkedIn, Bandcamp, I don't know, wherever. Tonight's episode is We Have Everything. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg. There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Robin.
Good evening. Welcome. We missed you. We weren't here last week. We were visiting family, and so happy to be back. And as Larry mentioned in the intro, I've got to love this and love you a lot to leave my Mets when they're up here against the Phillies 5-0. They are having a nice little game tonight. So if you got the score there, anything happens, keep me posted. Put it in the chat.
I wasn't sure I'd get you away from the television set to get you to the piano there, Rob.
I know. I get kind of excited, especially this time of year.
Yes, it is that time of year.
Yeah. You know that. So nice to see you folks. And tonight is a hybrid piano bar. It will have some standards, some show tunes, some pop songs, and with your requests, by your requests, originals that kind of are, I think, weave through this theme pretty well. So the theme tonight is We Have Everything. So it's about gratitude, having it all, feeling satisfied, feeling enough. I'm going to start with that wonderful standard, All the Things You Are. It's one of those piano bar standards, one of those things I think if you don't know this song, this tune, you could get fired if you work at a piano bar as a pianist. So here we go. Thank you, Ocean. I see that you say you thought that was beautiful. I'm glad you liked that. Hi, Marty from Toronto. Good to see you. And glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining. If you're just coming in, our theme tonight for live stream number 193 is We Have Everything. And so I wanted to put this one in. I think I've played it maybe once before. Everything's Coming Up Roses. I remember when I was a student at NYU, we were really so fortunate. I don't think we realized as students how fortunate we were at the time to have these amazing guest speakers come to speak to us in the drama department. And one time, Marvin Hamlish came in, and I was just starstruck, completely starstruck. And of course, I wanted him to talk about a chorus line, but he didn't. He talked about other things. He talked about musicals of his that didn't quite make it, songs that were still inside his piano bench that hadn't really seen the light of day. And when asked about scoring for musical theater, he mentioned, I'll never forget that he said this, that when analyzing what he believed to be the most perfect musical as far as structure, content, I don't know, the whole 9 yards, he picked Gypsy. And I have to agree, that's one of my favorites as well. But he really broke it down as to why it's the perfect musical. Don't have time here to do a little TEDx talk on that, but this is Everything's Coming Up Roses. I'm glad you like that, Patricia. And hello, Deborah Sherman. Glad to see you are here. Good evening to you. This beautiful mid-August evening. This one I've never played on a live stream. Perfect for tonight's theme of We Have Everything. And this one is from the musical Fiddler on the Roof. It's not one of the more maybe famous songs from the musical, but it is one of my favorites, so I'm happy to play it for you. Lyrics by Sheldon Harnick and music by Jerry Bach back in 1964. This is Now I Have Everything. Oh, I'm glad you like that one, Marty. Yes, it was omitted from the movie. Now I have everything. And what I like about that song so much is in the lyric, in the story. This is not a man of means, but now he has love, and that is everything. So I guess it's all in our frame of mind, right? Having everything. Larry, how the Mets doing? You check it for me.
No, I don't have it on. I don't have that.
He's not. But, you know,
No.
I do have a story. Even if you're not a baseball fan, you have to really love this because the other night I was watching the game and 22-year-old rookie Brett Beatty comes to the plate. First time up at bat in the major leagues, right? That's got to be a big deal. And what does he do first time at bat? He hits a home run, 2-run homer. But what really killed me was they panned, of course, to his family in the stands. You know, the mom's crying, the dad's wiping a tear. His siblings are jumping up and down. I started jumping up and down. I was excited for the kid, you know. It's a really great way of starting off. First time up, hit a home run. Very memorable moment in baseball. As promised, I'm going to play some originals now. I'm going to do a few in a row, and all of these have to do with gratitude and wishing all the best to everyone. The first one.
This is what makes it hybrid, right?
This is what makes it hybrid.
WFH.
What?
It's WFH. Work from home.
Oh, I get it.
It's
the
the
work
hybrid.
from home.
Right.
Yeah, well,
We
that's
don't
been
know
the
any
story
other,
of my
right.
life now for so long. I hardly need the initials.
It
We
could
lived
be
it and dreamed it, Larry.
it could be WHP. WFP. Work from piano.
Work from piano. Work from the bench. We can come up with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is wherever you go. So those were 3 originals in a row, and I hope you enjoyed hearing those. That last one was A Song for Jenny. So I can't see anything on my screen. I don't know why, but yeah, there we go. Maybe now it'll get better. Is there an update on the Mets game?
It's now 5-2. So
5-2. All right. Well, still got a lead
Phillies
there.
scored 2. The Phillies scored 2 goals.
Because they scored 2 runs because I walked away. See, this is what happens.
It doesn't have
So
two.
a lot of things happened in this last week. Our kittens celebrated their first birthday. Larry, do you have a photo of them
Oh yeah.
you can share? So
It'll take me a minute to do that.
many of you were with us here, virtually, of course, when we got our kittens. We got them in last October, right? So they were 8 weeks old, but we were told they were born on August 14th. So we have
There they are.
a photo of them to share with you. That is Sasha and Leo.
Sasha's on the left.
Sasha's on the left. Oh, cutie pies.
Brother
Very
and
sweet.
sister.
All right, this next song is from, it's on my album, the last one that I did, Give My Regards to Broadway. And this one is called My Best Girl. No, it's actually, yeah, it is. My Best Girl from Mame. Larry, you'll have to tell me if there's any questions coming up because my screen is just a frozen blob. But I can see Rick Young is here on YouTube. I can see you guys there. So after all the times where you've told us you had technical difficulties, I'm having one. But it's okay. The piano's not plugged in. There could be no technical difficulty here. I don't rely on any electricity whatsoever. And Victoria, this piano, was freshly tuned this morning, so I'm a happy camper here. So, Larry, you let me know if there's a comment or something I need to reply to because I cannot see the Facebook.
The Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces. Although I did see that Fran wrote that Cleveland and the White Sox, their score is 2-2. I did see that much. People are getting excited about baseball season.
It's almost over.
Don't say that.
Yeah. You know how I feel.
We have to do when it's over, we just do the countdown to spring training because as soon as there's spring training, then I know there's going to be spring and gardening. We've been harvesting all kinds of veggies now from our garden. It is definitely a very beautiful, bountiful harvest this year. We made pasta sauce and salsa from the tomatoes, zucchini bread. Valerie made a spaghetti zucchini dish that was delicious. We've been using up the veggies as best we can, giving some to the neighbors.
There's a question for me from my friend Nancy. She wants to know if I saw the auction tomorrow that she tagged me in. I didn't see it,
What
Nancy.
auction?
I don't know, so she'll have to
You
tell
don't know.
us. I'll have to look later.
I love auctions.
Honestly,
Well, it depends on what it is.
I kind of stepped away a bit from social media for a while. I'm giving myself a bit of a social media vacation. So
This one, I don't understand those words.
I know
Okay,
you don't.
so this is 1967 hit "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You."
I wrote this song for you.
Oh, you are so sweet. So, this song is special to me because I remember being...
Because you remember when I wrote this for you.
Larry, would you
that's
stop it? I remember being a little girl. I was quite young. I have memories that go back very far. And I remember my mother singing this in the kitchen. And it was on the radio. And I went over. We didn't have a piano at the time. We had this little tiny, I don't know, by numbers little organ thing, Magnus organ or something. And I was working on, working out the melody from the song I heard on the radio. And I was able to do it. And everyone was very happy about that. And the rest is history. But I remember this coming on the radio and everyone just kind of dancing around when it did.
So what Nancy had tagged us in, Robin, is the auction for space. Space. So
We're going into space?
Well, she lives on the space. I'm really jealous. She lives on she lives on the Space Coast. She gets to see all the launches, and the next big one is coming in just 10 days, on August 29th.
Oh, you were telling me about that this morning.
It's the big one. It's the test ride of the largest rocket ever built that's going to go to the moon.
That's crazy. I'm going to go to the moon.
Well,
Nancy said she tagged both of us. I'll have to go see.
I'll have to check. Yeah.
Fran, thank you for your compliments on my garden. I'm glad that you enjoyed the pictures. I posted some on Facebook, and if you follow me on Instagram, I post some there too. Instagram, robinspielberg.real. I had to add the .real because someone tried to steal my identity on Instagram, not once but twice. I was hacked. Remember that, Larry? I was so mad. I had like all these thousands of followers and all went poof because some idiot hacked me. So we had to change everything. And so anyway.
Speaking of which, this
robinspielberg.real on Instagram. Yes,
I will jump in and give a public service announcement to all of those with Apple devices.
Tell them.
Please update your Apple devices. Apple sent out a security alert today saying there is a major flaw in the system. They sent out an update.
Well, there are bad actors, aren't there?
Yeah. So your phone and your iPad.
We're not talking about the actors on television or in the movies.
No.
We're talking about
we usually
characters out in the world that want to do nothing but disrupt our digital lives, and they just have fun and games by hacking into things. So
update your Apple devices.
You keep I don't know. Apple's on like the 5 millionth update because they have to stand. There's probably an entire department dedicated just to this stuff.
We do usually talk about bad actors when we're watching.
Bad actors. Come Oscar season, we talk about the bad actors. Okay. Just in case you're wondering, the humidity by my piano was 39%. Victoria's happy. Oh, 42, sorry. 42% happy. That's good. Kittens are running around here. What's going on? What's next? Okay. This one. The Wind Beneath My Wings. Yep. That's having everything all right. If you're late to the party here, our theme tonight is we have everything. And certainly if you have the wind beneath your wings, people lifting you up, that is something definitely to be grateful for. So I'm going to play that one. If you've ever seen the movie Beaches, it's a tearjerker. So if you're having a sad day, not the go-to movie, okay? But it is a good movie. Okay. No thunderstorms tonight, at least where we are. How's the weather by you? Everyone doing okay with your weather? A little dry in my garden today. Could use some rain. So now I'm going to play two original pieces. They both have the word walk in the title. The first is A Walk Between the Raindrops, which I wrote in memory of my dad. Grateful for him. And the next will be Walk With Me, something I wrote for my mom. Grateful for her. Walk With Me has been orchestrated. It's one of the pieces I've had orchestrated. I'm co-arranging with the wonderful and talented Louis DeLise. And we have been talking every single day, co-arranging, working on pieces, and he's been orchestrating them to my heart's delight. The first one is all finished, as they say in the business, in the can. It's 11 minutes and 2 seconds. The first piece, Ireland, in orchestral portrait. You'll be able to hear that for yourselves on all streaming platforms September 16th. So less than a month away. Very happy about that. And then we're going to be recording next with the full symphony 62-piece orchestra in Budapest. A few more pieces, Return of a Night, and my piece Flying from my album Dreaming of Summer. Can't wait for you to hear this stuff, guys. It's super exciting. Reminder, all tips that you leave in the tip jar and support through patreon.com are going toward keeping the live streams going, keeping Victoria in tune, and, of course, getting this stuff orchestrated. It is a hefty enterprise in every respect. Here's A Walk Between the Raindrops. don't think I've ever played those two pieces back to back before. So that was kind of nice of mine. Nice feeling for me to do that for both of my parents. And Maria, I'm glad I played one of your favorite songs. Glad to hear that. Thank you, Suzanne, for being here. I appreciate that. My Facebook is back. And yes, I agree. So I do think it's one of Bette Midler's best songs, Wind Beneath My Wings. But I also would argue that her version of From a Distance comes a very close second in my book. Definitely. Larry, this is the one I snuck in there, right? This next one?
Yeah.
So this one I don't think I've played on a live stream. I have not played on a live stream. And this is how, material things, you can have everything in the world. But if you don't have, again, the theme, love, in the end is what matters most. And so this, I believe, was performed by the group Bread. Is that correct?
I think so. I
It's
realized that there was that made me think there was a song that you didn't put in the live stream that you could have put on the set list tonight.
This is called Everything I Own.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to leave me hanging?
Yeah, I will till after you play.
Well, tell me.
You could have put Material Girl on the set, right?
I suppose so.
Right.
I have to. There are a lot of things. But anyway, I went with this one, Everything I Own. Don't you start with the suggestions of what I should have played now. Let's see. Sharon, I'm glad you gave us that little tidbit. It was, yes, by David Gates of Bread. I didn't know he wrote it about his dad. That is a really great thing to know. And Lorraine asked, what about If by Bread? I actually recorded If by Bread on the recording you see behind me here, Love Story. And I will play it on a live stream. And let's see what else is going on here. Hope you guys are all doing well. What do I have next, Larry? I've got a few originals, right?
You've got
one original.
One more original.
Okay, so this is from Dreaming of Summer. This is definitely a very personal piece about gratitude. All right. October 22nd, 1998. You know where we were, Larry? In the waiting room, a surgical waiting room for babies. Our daughter Valerie was in the NICU, and we were waiting while she was in heart surgery. And it seemed like forever. It was forever. Wasn't it forever? It was forever. It was.
I just, you know.
He's trying to block it out.
No, I don't block it out. What I remember is the actual surgeon who.
I remember the surgeon. I remember his face. I remember his mask.
When he strolled in, you know, he came in because
he was helicoptered in.
He was helicoptered in from CHOP, from Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. But when he strolled in, it was like he was right out of Central Casting, right? Because he was.
Hello, we need a pediatric cardiac surgeon on the set.
He
did look like a pediatric cardiac.
But what a surgeon would look like.
But I'll tell you what I remember is that, and this was the day before we were all wearing masks, right? He had the surgical mask on. He had come out of surgery, and we were waiting for him to give us the news. And I could tell by his eyes that it was good news because he was smiling under the mask. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I happened to compose this piece while in that waiting room.
There was a postscript to that story too. You don't recall that?
Well, you already had known him, but that's kind of a sidebar.
It was after. Yeah. After 2 years later, he came into the studio because they had hired him.
Oh, right. You got to photograph him for something.
Because he was considered like the guy.
Yeah.
So
this is Turn the Page. You can't like just part of the person. You got to take all of them. That was all of me. Very cute.
So on the chat, there's a great story. You know, Sharon and her
Yes.
husband. I don't think I knew this. I don't know if you knew this. Sharon and her husband stop every day at 3:00 for tea time,
Tea time.
and they've been doing it for 50 years.
I love that tradition. Maybe that's what we need to be doing. Maybe that's what's missing from our life. So what's the tea?
Well,
What is his
she-
favorite tea? Does he know how to make a good tea?
I think
Every time
Sharon
I meet
does.
someone from the UK, they tell us that we Americans have no idea how to make a proper cup of tea.
Oh, I have to interrupt. Leonard just gave the update on the score.
Turn the Page Bookstore is in Boonesboro, Maryland.
Rob, Leonard
Yes.
just gave the Mets game update score.
And
Bottom of the 8th, Mets 7, Phillies 2.
7-2.
7-2.
Okay, well, look on your face. I thought it was going to be like dreadful news. But it's
How
good
could you
news.
see my face? I'm in the dark.
I
I'm
kind
like-
of sort of see your face. He's far away, folks. There's a staircase between me and Larry. You can't see it. We'll have to show them again. We did it one time. We showed pictures. But there's a staircase, a bunch of stuff. He's in what used to be the dining room, which is now the production room. As I see, there's like a chandelier over your head that's out.
And
in
2
the dark.
bicycles.
And yeah, you're kind of like in a whole, like, you're in the dark over there, but it's pretty fun. And yeah, Lynn says, I did learn when I was in China in 2019, I was taken to a few tea houses, and they were really, they're very serious about their tea. They had me try many different types of tea, and I came home with a few flowering teas and some interesting teas. And some of them are believed to have special powers. Yes. Very serious about their teas. Okay, what's next? Gosh, look at the time. What's going on? Piano time is like no other time in the world. It just kind of goes poof. All right, this one I put in here because it's an original, and these next two are originals. And it's called It's All Just As Well. So what you see on social media, usually from your friends, families, your loved ones, you see all the happy pictures, all the good stuff. And when you look at my professional page, you're going to see all the concerts that are going to be happening and all the exciting recording studio stuff. What you don't see is all the rejection and the sweat that goes into it. What I look like before the live stream starts. You don't see that stuff. You just see the good stuff. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It's not part of my life. It's not real. Just that we just kind of don't put that stuff on Facebook. So this piece I composed after a profound disappointment. And I composed it. It made me feel a whole lot better. The piece is called It's All Just As Well. It was a nice, gentle reminder to me that nothing's changed. I still have everything. I've got everything that's important. And I'm also very grateful for all of you, grateful to have music in my life. And so this was a good reminder of that. Sometimes we need to be reminded when we face life's disappointments that usually they're not that disappointing in the long term or not that important. We need to reframe it, right? So this is from my 2008 album, A New Kind of Love. It's All Just As Well. We are down to the last song. If you haven't checked it out lately, please do visit robinspielberg.com and click on the Concerts tab. All of the tickets for the rest of 2022, the season for me goes from the end of September 30th, I think, or October 1st through December. And there are concerts on the books. I'm especially excited about being on Jekyll Island again in Georgia. It's been 20 years since I've been there last. And, maybe make an excursion out of it. When you click on the concert link, you'll see a link to places to stay. So if you're in you live in Georgia or in the area in Atlanta, and you're thinking about it, maybe make a weekend of it. We're going to make a weekend of it. And I'll see you there. That's happening October 15th, I believe. I'll be in Minnesota, and I'll be in Virginia, and
North Carolina, Wisconsin. There's a few.
That's December, right? Yeah, so anyway, check it out. Some dates are happening. So grateful for it. And going to leave this live stream with this song of inspiration. Gets you right here. This is Climb Every Mountain. Thank you so much for joining us. Larry and I really appreciate it. Thank you for keeping us company. And we'll be here next Friday, right? We're here?
We are here.
We are here. I don't have lots of travel coming up. I don't have really anything for a while. So we'll be here next Friday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. We're streaming on 5 different platforms. Just come back to wherever you're watching us now and see us. And have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Be safe, be kind, be great.
Carmel. You know what time it is. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next Friday.
Hey, Carmel. Say goodnight to everybody. That's right. Good girl.